The Nile River is one of the world's most famous and historically significant rivers. Stretching approximately 6,650 kilometers (4,130 miles), it is often considered the longest river in the world, although the Amazon River is sometimes claimed to rival it in length. Flowing through northeastern Africa, the Nile travels from Lake Victoria in East Africa to the Mediterranean Sea, traversing 11 countries including Uganda, Sudan, South Sudan, and Egypt. The Nile has two primary tributaries, the White Nile and the Blue Nile. White Nile originates in the Great Lakes region of Central Africa, primarily from Lake Victoria. Blue Nile begins at Lake Tana in Ethiopia and contributes the majority of the sediment and nutrients to the Nile. The Nile Delta, in northern Egypt, the Nile fans out into a rich delta region before entering the Mediterranean Sea. This fertile area has supported dense populations and agriculture for thousands of years. The Nile is famous as the cradle of ancient Egyptian civilization. The river provided water, fertile soil, and a means of transportation that allowed Egyptian society to flourish. Many of Egypt's most famous ancient sites, including the pyramids of Giza and the city of Luxor, lie along its banks. In modern times, the Nile remains essential to the countries it flows through, especially Egypt and Sudan, providing water for drinking, agriculture, and hydropower. The Aswan High Dam in Egypt, completed in the 1970s, created Lake Nasser and has helped to regulate flooding, but it has also impacted natural ecosystems and reduced nutrient-rich silt deposits downstream. The Nile supports a wide variety of plant and animal life, including some unique species such as the Nile crocodile, hippos, and various fish species. It also hosts a wide range of migratory birds along its course. For millennia, the Nile has been central to the culture, religion, and economy of Egypt and surrounding regions. Ancient Egyptians revered the Nile as a god, believing it was a gift from the deity Hapi, responsible for its annual floods which rejuvenated the soil. The river's role in ancient mythology, religion, and daily life is well documented in historical texts, art, and monuments. Today, the Nile remains a source of inspiration, and its waters are still highly symbolic, representing life, sustenance, and prosperity in northeastern Africa.